Alright, so we back. This hindsight episode 8. We about to see Moonfall. This is the before. We ain't even seen it yet. This that new shit. I don't know what to expect. I think it's Halle Berry not acting and just looking fine, the usual. So we'll see if I'm wrong. And it's supposed to be some space adventure, but I don't know.
It looks beautiful from the trailer. Just first impression. I think it's just gonna come down to the acting. Halle Berry's in it. We'll see how she does her thing. I haven't seen her in too many recent films. I can't recall the last film I've seen her in. Okay, John Wick. Yeah, I don't even recall seeing her in there. But yeah, just from my impression of the trailer though. Still look pretty interesting as far as sci-fi stuff, which is what I'm into. But
we'll be signing back in to see how we actually like the movie. All right, we out. All right, we back. It's episode 8. Hindsight. We just saw Moonfall with Halle Berry and one of them white guys who I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff, but I just don't know his name.
Was he Star-Lord? He kind of looked like Star-Lord.
He was not Star-Lord.
But he probably is.
But he was, yeah.
Brother or some shit. He looked like a slightly cooler version of him. But overall, it wasn't as bad as the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Not at all. They made this sound just like trash, but honestly, it wasn't even that bad. It was a sci-fi little action. It was a lot of movies trying to like wrap itself into one. But it was straight. Halle Berry, terrible performance as usual. Are we lost?
We are lost. On hindsight.
On a very special episode. Alright, we found the car. We back.
Yeah, hindsight. Moonfall, Bombay, Jonathan, BRX.
So, let's see. Let me get back into it. Where was I? So the special effects were nice. Thought that they had a whole lot of moons floating.
Oh, yeah.
Had a whole lot of planet debris falling. Classic end of the month. Classic end of the world scenarios. Lots of them.
A lot of good suspense and just action and
dumb decisions as usual in these kind of movies. People doing things that don't make any sense. But I thought they played with a lot of new things like gravity and stuff. Like, oh yeah, the planet's coming closer, so the gravity is lighter. And
the moon.
That was fun.
Effect on Earth.
A lot of different like sci-fi themes in here, like with the hollow moon and stuff like that. I thought it was interesting how they did a lot of that stuff. I won't even lie.
And you definitely got to put a spoiler warning on this, but
nah, they know, nigga. If they came to hindsight, we just talking about what we just saw, so they gonna have to just deal. We ain't really spoiling it.
Basically, what my take from it was that it was still some type of Dyson sphere, some type of way that it was a white dwarf. The moon is a white dwarf, and it was a Dyson sphere around it, gaining power from it. From a future civilization, basically us.
From us, yeah.
And
past, future humans.
Yeah.
Ancient humans.
However, an AI entity that we also created was trapped in it to just,
No, the AI had come to destroy it. It found it.
Yeah,
it had destroyed all the other ones.
But I guess what it was. That's what it was doing at that time. It was planning to destroy the moon
and the Earth to kill the humans and
So,
which was an interest. Like I feel like I'd never seen that story though. I'll put it like that. That felt new, but it felt like I'd seen like all the doomsday stuff before. But them going around with it being like AI and stuff. Like it was a lot of different things in one. But I don't know. It never strayed so far where I was like, oh okay.
I actually liked it. It's pretty good. But it seems like critics, I don't know, movie critics don't seem to like
honestly
sci-fi type stuff.
But it wasn't the sci-fi that like they couldn't act.
It wasn't even bad acting. It was just like,
It wasn't
I cared a
A1
little bit
acting.
for the guy, but he
was the only real
heart.
actor. Nobody else was really like. It was a bunch of one-liners and shit for the whole family who's out there in the snow and stuff. Like, they were just like all throwaway characters. Their arc, really, I didn't care at all about really any of them. Like, it was a bunch of extra stuff I felt like happened in that movie that I didn't care about. I get why it kind of got the ratings, but at the same time, yeah, maybe it didn't deserve it. It was an entertaining movie all the way through. I feel like I was entertained.
It was never
no lulls. Everything was like leading to the next thing. I do feel like it started going really intense. Like, it seemed like at the beginning they were just like, oh, the moon's just out of orbit. Then it turned into a whole different sci-fi thriller. Like, it went way, like, levels beyond where I thought it was going. Like, ancient civilizations and hollow moon and all kinds of stuff. Like, I honestly did not expect all that. Aliens were there. It was like, it was all kinds of stuff.
But it didn't go too into it to take away from just, I don't know. It was just like, I feel like that's maybe still how it would be, even at the last seconds of human existence or possible human destruction. The normal people still didn't even know the truth. So it was like, that's still probably at the end of the day was going to be classified information that only the motherfuckers at NASA are going to know. That it was, you know what I mean? That it was some alien, because he got declassified pretty much, and he's going to tell her, and then probably stay up there in the ranks of NASA in that universe.
No, they're gonna be like, no, he's crazy.
Oh no! After that, I don't think so. Not if you really went into the moon, because they really went into the moon and did that shit. So.
Yeah, my guy had to sacrifice himself. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. They gave it like 5 out of 10 ratings, and I don't think it was that bad.
It was. It should have been like a good 6.
Yeah, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10.
6.5 to 7.
But I mean, again, the acting was not on point. It wasn't even bad. It just, I don't know. Some things weren't hitting for me, but a decent amount of it was like, honestly, yeah. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I like sci-fi movies though. Space, lots of space. I like space.
Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Maybe give it a 6. I'm not saying that I'm a movie critic, but
because I mean the acting wasn't bad. It could have been better. I just like the originality of the story. It was fluid.
That was the best part.
There was no real plot twist. There was no real just like, well, if I've seen this and you told me this, how come this happened? There's no like contradictions with like the storyline.
For sure. It was an easy watch for sure.
Yeah. So, not terribly, too heart-wrenching in any way.
And I appreciated that. They just like touched on the stuff, but they didn't go so deep in. It was just like, oh shit.
It was about the suspense and still with a little bit of sci-fi.
Lots of action. It was very action-packed.
Yeah. So,
and cool monster. I like the monster.
I liked the AI entity.
Yeah, it was cool. And the backstory was cool too. I enjoyed watching them destroy all the people and stuff. That was a fun ride.
Straightforward.
It was.
And that's what I like. I just like straightforward movies, straightforward concepts. You can get it, still look visually pleasing.
Very. Spaceships, all that, yeah. The little chase scene and everything. And honestly, I didn't care about the rest of the little squad, but I did think it was cool how they were like doing their adventure. Like they were, somebody's trying to rob them, and then they're trying to get into the tunnel. They're running out of oxygen. The gravity's helping them with stuff. They're the crazy car chase. Like they were adding a kind of a level of action to it, but still I didn't care about their journey. But it was like action-packed stuff going on.
Overall, pretty good movie. Pretty good, decent. I mean, if you're a sci-fi film lover, space lover, I definitely, recommend checking it out. Maybe if you don't want to go to the theaters, if the trailer doesn't interest you too much, definitely take a rent out.
Hopefully it hits HBO Max so everybody can watch it. But yeah, it got spit on, and I don't think it deserved that rating. I'm not giving it much better of one, but I think they came kind of hard on it. But it was pretty solid. It was a pretty solid movie. Easy watch. It was a crowd pleaser. I'll say this. It felt like a summer blockbuster in the winter. And I appreciate that. Minus A-list actors, but it's okay. Halle Berry is an A-list actor.
Yeah, Halle Berry. And I mean, that other dude, he's A-list too.
For sure. I just don't know his name.
Yeah. But it's crazy how there's like people like that in Hollywood.
You carried the movie.
You know him. You recognize him.
Even the Hispanic guy who was like the other, like I know him, but I don't know his name.
Yeah. But we know him.
Yeah.
He's him.
He's an accomplished actor.
The main him, Halle Berry, yeah. Those are the three main. They made it solidified, and then the other dude, he was just like a supporting, really good actor. Just kind of new.
Who?
The chubby dude.
I was half and half on him. He was a main character, but I didn't know if he was.
I don't know if I've seen him before. I don't think I've seen him before.
Yeah.
But he still looks like he's friends with all the motherfuckers. He look familiar. Like we probably have seen him actually by now.
For sure, but yeah, that wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't doing it for me. Neither was Halle Berry. It's like a pretty face only take you so far now for me in a movie. Like you got to really be adding.
But this wasn't that type of movie.
It wasn't.
She did.
She was just a character.
I think she did what she had to do. She just
I'd
looked
give
good.
it to you. Yeah,
she just looked good and just played her role. Shit. I wanted to see. Oh, anyway, this is it. We on hindsight anyway. I didn't want to
take it there. Hindsight for adult audiences. YouTube makes me click the button that says this is not for children.
Not to get off topic, but I mean, we could have seen a sex scene with her.
I thought that should have hit a monster's ball on him one time.
Has nothing to do with the concept, but
we might cut that out. We
gotta cut that out.
So yeah, that was Moonfall. Solid movie. I'll probably give it like a 6.5 or something. We'll see. Whatever rating you see on the screen, that's what the rating is. And yeah, we out.